before she made these allegations. Yes, something did happen. You know, she, you know, what happened is that we had an argument. You know, the voice notes of which with the Sunday World, because I sent them all the texts and everything else. So yeah, it is what it is. And that is why I got a protection order, because I could tell that something like this was on the way. How do you really feel about this? Well, I'm very disappointed. You know. Yeah. But also another thing is that I've got very few male friends. Like, I won't lie. 99.9% of everyone who's contacted me is sending me, encouragement and support. 99% of them are women. Like, you know what I mean? 99%. And of those 99% that are women, 80% are black women. One colored woman, one white woman. So, yeah, man. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. As far as you are, our paths will cross soon. So, how are moms and pops feeling? Yeah, they're very disappointed. That's something. So yeah, moms and pops are very distraught. My dad is health-wise, he hasn't been taking it well, but they're with me throughout, and they know how they raised me, so they've got no doubt in my innocence. Why do you think she made these allegations? If I'm going to be 100% honest, I think that she's not well mentally. Like, I think she feels like, mentally she was stunted as a child, the child star syndrome. So she's got stunted growth and mental development. So yeah. I don't know if I can play the VNs here. I don't know. But I'll find a way for you guys to be able to access them. Yeah. So yeah. Well, I stopped all communication as soon as I heard about the charges that or the case that had been opened. So I don't want to be accused of tampering with witnesses or intimidating a victim or anything else. So I don't think it's appropriate for me to contact my accuser. Don't play the VNs. Don't expose anything that might potentially ruin your court case. Be safe, man. Hope you're well. Yeah, so this thing, the whole entire point is that this thing does not need to go to court. The prosecutor can see evidence, and after reviewing the evidence, the prosecutor can decide that there is no case. So yeah, So, yeah, it's not going to get to the point of a court case. It's either she's going to drop it or the prosecutor's going to drop it, but it's going to be dropped either way. Yeah, because number one, it didn't happen, and number two, yeah, there's no way she can prove that it happened. And yeah, and I don't think that she wants to face the consequences of pursuing this, knowing that, number one, she knows it didn't happen. So you are going to be defending a lie, and you're going to court, and it's going to cost you resources that you don't have, to do that. And you're only going to damage your own reputation even further than this already has. I mean, I don't think there's any hope that she'll come out of this with a reputation that people would find her someone that they'd want to work with, unfortunately for her. But, these are her choices. She's a 31-year-old woman. She's not a child. She's a mother. So, yeah, she needs to learn from this as well and reflect, like I suggested she should the last time we spoke. Can you countersue, though? I mean, yes, but at what expense? You have to pay lawyers to countersue, then you have to, whatever. I don't think suing helps. The only thing that can help is like putting someone like her behind bars. Someone that does this needs to be put behind bars, because, and I know people will say, but she's a mother. Yes, that's true, but her child has grandparents, and the grandparents can take care of the child while the mother's away, and the child will then grow up to learn that mommy did a very bad thing, and mommy had to go away for a little while as punishment for doing this very bad thing, and mommy was wrong. Mommy was, that's it. So, there's no ways. Too many people are getting away with it, and there's no consequences. The consequences can't be that every time you post, people will now remind you that you made false and malicious allegations against someone. You need to actually go to prison. There needs to be serious consequences so that other people don't do this. And also, real victims can be believed, because there isn't an entire syndicate being operated to blackmail men. You know what I mean? Like, it started with blackmail. This person blackmailed me of accusing me of something like this. And I said, I'm not to be blackmailed. If you want to do what you want to do, do it. And I'll deal with it once it's done. And that's it. So, yeah. No. Yeah. There's no need for violence. She just needs to face the consequences. I don't think it needs to be an example that she's being made out of. I just think a general example needs to be made about such false allegations and the damage that they have. That's it on that. Do you think the timeline in which all these things happen is coincidental? No, it's not coincidental. So that's why I knew something was coming when I started seeing her posting about this whole entire song issue. Because the song issue, I'd already spoken to her about it, and I told her that I'm not involved. She must go and speak to the people that invited her to the studio to go and record. She must go and speak to the people she was in studio with. I was not in studio with her. I'm not any of them. It's publisher. I'm not a representative. It's got nothing to do with me. If you guys go to studio and you make songs, you don't then call someone who was not there, who was doing his own thing, and then try to fix the mess. Sorry, guys. So, yeah. So that's when I suspected that something could happen. So I knew that when I saw those posts and then I saw my name being involved, I was like, oh, but I told this person, when it comes to this matter, my name must be removed, please. I don't need to be involved anymore. So, so yeah, it is what it is, and that's what happened. So, I mean, obviously, you will face consequences publicly because, imagine you go to work on Monday. Everyone at work knows what happened or knows that you lied and accused someone of something heinous, a very heinous and a very serious crime. It's a very serious crime. They don't give bail for such a crime. It's a very serious thing. It's not a joke, this thing. Akusinto yokuhlala, yokuhlaliswa. You know what I mean? So, it's a very serious thing. Now you go to work on Monday, everyone sees, and then police come and they hand you a protection order that has been granted against you by the court to protect someone from you. That someone that got a protection order is your victim. I am a victim right now. I have a protection order granted by a court that has seen evidence that decided that I am a victim of blackmail and harassment. Now, let's just say that some deranged person, some crazy person reads this accusation and believes it. And then they see me at the shopping center one day and I'm shopping and they decide to commit a violent act against me. This person will be directly responsible. You understand what I'm saying? If someone now decides, oh, now we'll Nota, he did A, B, C, D, this person would have incited that violence against me. That is the reason why I needed to get a protection order. That is one of the main reasons why I needed to get a protection order. So, yeah, there needs to be consequences. And serious consequences, not slight consequences where you can go to podcasts and tell your story and what. No. Number one, the protection order says you will be doing none of that. And number two, you need to sit with other women that have committed crimes and sit at Loikop for a good, at least a good 12 months. 12 months. At least 12 months minimum. So she at least 12 months. So a 3-year sentence, please. So that she can sit for at least a third of it. Yes, it's a crime. A false accusation is a crime. If you lie, it's a crime. You make a false affidavit, it's a crime. You make such a serious accusation, it's a crime. It's a criminal offense to do this. Of course not. Of course not. I'm not a cheater or anything of the sort, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Of course not. Yeah, guys, please. This is what the blackmail was about. She's like, yo, I want you to promote my songs. It's either you introduce me to your parents or you promote my songs. That was the blackmail. Crazy. Send me a WhatsApp and send me a link of your work. I don't think there's anyone funding, or I don't know. It could be a possibility, but if you were to fund something like this, you'd need to at least have a solid story. You don't want to fund something that is going to backfire, But maybe you want to fund it and you don't care whether or not it backfires, just as long as you want to smear the person. So I guess, who knows? But yeah. Yeah. Are you going to open a case against her? What Well, I've already requested. What you call? I've already requested that. I've already requested a protection order, and then at the hearing for that protection order to get it finalized, the judge will then state what the consequences are. Imagine. Do you think there are women with good intentions out there maramaking? Ish, I hope so. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's dangerous out there. It's dangerous. It's dangerous, especially if you're an honest guy and you tell women like, yo, I don't want a relationship. I don't want anything. You know what I mean? If you want to give me the cookie, give me the cookie. But now, it's a two-way street. You're getting something, I'm getting something. Now you want more on top of that. No, none of that. Anything that happened was consensual and was initiated by her, not me. She initiated it. So, that's that on that. And that is on record. Don't you suspect she was sent? Who knows? Maybe she was sent. The truth of what you stand for is written on those WhatsApp texts that looks like a trap Baba industry politics got into her. Exactly. In those WhatsApp texts you can see. And I was honest. And also I did not insult or disrespect or undermine in any way, shape or form when I said what I said. Do you know what I mean? What's the story with the virgin lady you spoke about? Okay, the story is that I liked a girl. She was a virgin, but she was 21 when I met her. So I was like, hey, let me let her grow a little bit older. Okay, she turns 22. Cool, she's older now. I go to the States when she's 22. And yeah, I'm in the States for a long time, but I'm still talking to her. We're still chatting, you know. And then I come back, and she's 23 now. When I come back, you know, we continue talking, and then I ask her out, and then we go out a couple of times. And she was just too ashamed to tell me that while I was in the States, she lost her virginity. So here I am, taking her out. I took her on a vacation. We went to Cape Town, we went shopping, we did a whole number of things, you know what I mean? And when we came back, I was like, okay, fine, it's time for me to go to your parents and so that my uncles can do what needs to happen, so that, you know, we can do the thing. And then she just started acting weirdly, blowing me off. I had called and I was like, I take some time to think, because, you know, you're behaving really erratic right now, right? And then a couple months later, she's like, yo, when are we gonna fuck? And I was like, what? What are you talking about? Like, we don't use such language. And then I was like, what's wrong? What is it? What's eating you? It seems like there's something you want to tell me, but you just can't tell me. Then she's like, ish, okay, I'm sorry, but, you know, I lost my virginity last year, and, you know, I just didn't know how to break it to you. So I thought that, you know, you wouldn't want to talk to me again because of this. And yeah, it is what it is. And then, yeah. So, you know, that's what happens when you wait. Some of the lame niggas move in. What should I do to work with you? I'm not working with anybody. No, always. totally on Aries' album. Well, it's a mixtape, not an album. Yeah, it's good. It's dope.